Around the Causeway Coast with Denis McNeill. Have you got a minute?
It's Denis McNeill here for Causeway Coast Community on a very bright sunny morning, just outside Port Stewart at Juniper Hill in fact, and John Wilson is one of a team of three. John, tell us what you're doing this morning.
Well, myself and Richard and Sammy, we're out here this morning. We're starting the branding this weekend. It'll take us at least probably a week putting all the branding up around the course for all the different sponsors.
So by branding you mean, let me just look along here, you mean these big roll-out banners with sponsors' names and so on?
That's correct, yes indeed. And there's some new sponsors this year, so we'll be doing some more compared to what we used to do. So every year there's always more and more branding to go on the course.
Is this your first day out at this, John?
This is our first day here, yes. Yeah.
And we're now 3 weeks away from the big event, so it'll take you most of that time?
It'll take us most of that time. We'll be out during the week in the evenings and the next 2 weekends as well.
But of course the sponsors are paying money to help support the race and money to have their branding up here, so I suppose it's important that it's done well and done correctly.
Well, that's the reason we're given the job, is because we've been at it quite a few years now. We know where all the sponsors have where they're sponsoring and the areas they're sponsoring, and I think we have it down to fine art now that we know what to do.
Do you get a map or something, or a diagram that says McLean betting or whatever goes here, or Coca-Cola goes there? What way is that? Bit of paper's been passed. Is that Richard?
That's Richard.
Richard, thank you very much indeed. Richard, what sort of man is he to work with?
Oh, he's very easy to work with.
No, Richard, tell the truth.
We just tell him what to do.
All right, and he's obliging.
He's very obliging. Oh, we've got a crack out here as well, so we have a wee bit of fun along with it too, so there is.
And do the folks at home say, when you say, look, I'm up now 7:30 or 8 on a Saturday morning, I'm out for the day putting up posters, they say, I gone ahead, that's all right?
Well, they just have to live with it. No, it's here now, so they just have to live with it for the next 3 weeks now. That's it.
How long have you been involved in this sort of thing?
Well, I'm just sort of joined the management team just this year here, so but I've been branding for a few years, so I have for the club, but
and it's voluntary work, but you enjoy it?
It's all voluntary work, but it's very enjoyable and good crack, yeah.
Right, Richard, thanks. John, you've got is it a diagram or a map, or what is this?
No, it's a branding plan that has been done out, so that we know exactly, and all the other sponsors, the likes of Vauxhall, know where they put theirs. We don't put Vauxhall branding up or the council branding up, so everybody's got their own area and it's all laid out for everybody, so nobody can say, oh, you put a branding up where it shouldn't be. You were talking to Richard there. Richard works for CP Hire, and that's one of the reasons we've got him onto with us, because he puts all the CP Hire branding up around the course, and if you ever watch it on the TV, you'll see CP Hire stands out really, really well. Richard sits down every year and looks to see where the camera positions are, so that he gets the best advantage points for CP Hire.
Good, John, thanks very much. I'm just going to stand clear. Richard's hovering here. I don't want him shouting out a phone number, a lot more free advertising. He's smiling. Right, boys, thanks very much indeed. I'll let you get on with the work. It's Denis McNeill here at Juniper Hill on the Northwest 200 circuit for Causeway Coast Community.